What's up? This is PACES, and you're watching the AU review at BIGSOUnd.
I don't imagine this is your first time up here for it.
No, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
At all?
I've been to Brisbane a million times, but never.
Yeah, never to BIGSOUnd. Wow, I would have assumed you've been here over the years.
No. Oh no, actually, I did. I'm in a group called Shortcut Kids. That's like the other project that I do, and we did perform at BIGSOUnd last year, but I didn't get to come to any of the stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
so this is my real first actual BIGSOUnd experience.
So you know the drill, though. You know what you're in for a little bit.
Yeah. I get the gist. Yeah.
Well, I guess to start with, let's talk about all the things that you do. I mean, looking at the list is pretty impressive from your own music to other bands you work with and producing as well. So I mean, where does it start? I mean, where did your kind of involvement in music begin? I don't really see the origin of it.
Yeah, sure.
In that.
Well, I used to just go to a lot of like gigs and dance music parties and hip hop shows and stuff, and yeah, I really just at the start I just wanted to be a hip hop DJ and just learn how to scratch and rap and everything. And yeah, my homie that is also in Shortcut Kids, we just bought turntables and just like threw parties, and we were awful, but we just did it every weekend until it became like a job. That led to production, and then that eventually led to sort of finding this sound that I'm on now with PACES.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And then you've been producing other artists along the way as well?
Yeah. More recently, maybe like just in the last sort of year and a half, I've had the chance to do some things for other artists, which has been really cool. I'd love to explore more of that. Like I made a track for TK Maid's EP.
And who's performing at BIGSOUnd as well?
Yes, yeah. Oh, she's such a legend, man. She's really cool. Yeah, so that was rad. Like I'm a big fan of hers, and yeah, so to have a track on her EP was like a real goal for me, for sure.
And that must be, going through that collaborative process. Going through that collaborative process, you must then kind of take away from that, with things. Or maybe I want to do that for things I'm working on for my own music.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Pretty much, I always learn something from every track that I make. Whether it's from the artist that you're working with, or if you just kind of uncover some new little avenue of sound that you think might be worth exploring. And yeah, definitely working with someone who you really click with is like a great way to move things forward.
And let's talk about the PACES music. I mean, tell me a little bit about where that sort of started for you. I know you touched on it a bit before, but about PACES specifically. Yeah,
sure. When I started making music as PACES, I was really shooting for like a kind of trip hop, future beats kind of sound. Like I've always been a huge fan of Portishead, and it was around the time when Flume was exploding, and I was really like, I've always loved his tunes, and so I guess that's how I got into it. And then it's kind of gradually evolved to more of like a Jersey club, future beats, kind of like more of like a fun danceable end of things. Kind of like, I guess I'm mainly influenced by like guys like Kashmir Cat sort of these days. Yeah, so I guess those two worlds are sort of pretty connected, but it's just gotten more danceable.
There you go. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the tracks I've heard. Looking ahead, I mean, where's this heading for you in terms of performances, touring, releases, and all that?
Well, yes, it's just really been getting more of everything this last year or so. I've been touring more, I've been making more music. I just hope to be really consistently releasing more and more originals. And building my live show a bit more. I've started touring with like my singers, which has been really cool.
That's what I was going to get to next.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah.
What incorporates your live show?
Well, I play all my originals and remixes, but they're stripped down versions. So then I'm playing the live elements over top. Yep. So it's basically like I've got an MPD, which is like a drum pad that you play with your hands. And so for each song, like say it might be missing some drums and some kalimbas and some chopped up vocals, and I'm there like doing those parts and like talking trash to the audience and some simple effects and stuff like that. But then I also usually get the chance these days to bring my singers with me, and like they'll come up and do our songs together live, and which really adds to things. And yeah, it's a good time. It's a party. Yeah.
It sounds it. Yeah. You've got to make it for yourself as well.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I want to be having fun. Otherwise, like, no one else is going to want to have fun, I think.
And what's the point if you're not having fun?
Yeah.
Doing it up there.
I don't want to be like standing up there looking super depressed. Yeah.
And at Big Sound, are you going to check out some of the other artists on the bill?
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Super keen to go check out Crooked Colours tonight. They're pals of mine, and I'm about to tour with them all through next month. So I'm psyched to see their new stuff. I just heard Howls are playing up here, so I'm a big fan of Taku, so I'm going to go see if I can check that out. It's kind of overwhelming actually how much music is on.
It's incredible. My best advice is to pick something and then just follow everyone where they go, and you'll find something along the way.
Yeah.
Just like throwing a dart at the board, but musically, you mentioned that you've been doing a lot lately. What's the latest release for you, and or what's the one that's just about to come up? I guess just plug your latest bit.
Yeah, sure. So I've just finished making a 3-track EP with this band from London named Youth, and the singer from this band is just like ridiculous. She's just got this huge unique voice, and she's really cool. And so the single for that will be coming out within the next sort of month and a half.
Yep.
So you'll start to hear a lot about it over the next month, and then I'll be touring that around. And
fantastic. As you mentioned, you're doing the Crooked Colours tour. So.
Yeah, but that song's called On My Mind, and I'm sure you'll see it all over my Instagram and all that. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I really appreciate your time. I hope Big Sound treats you well, and thanks for joining us today on the AU.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.